It is? Oh, that's cool, Hunter. That's cool. I'm just having a smoke and then I'm gonna read, but um, just can't sleep for some reason. Can't sleep. Can't sleep. I don't know. I don't know why. So I have smoke and then read. Oh, there you go. I hope you grow a big plant. Good. If you want to do it, why not? Only live once. Happy August 1st. It's the first of the month. Happy August 1st. Okay. Have a good night. Whatever. Thanks for stopping in. It's like 2:47 a.m. here. Almost 3 a.m. Normally I'm always asleep at this time. But I'm hoping that reading will help me go to sleep. Which kind of screws with my plans because I want to get up early because I have a lot to do tomorrow. My day off and yeah. So I still get what I need to get done and stuff. The moon is like a full moon and it's like orange. I don't know why, but welcome. Are you a different person? Or is that still Hunter? Yeah, like wide awake. I don't know. I'm always usually asleep this time. Hmm. So is it a full moon where you guys are in certain places? I'm not sure how the moon that works. I wish I could read outside. That way I can smoke too, but it's too dark to read out here. Maybe if I had like an outdoor lamp. Is that a thing? Can you buy like an outdoor lamp on Amazon? Like one that you don't have to plug in or something? Probably can, eh? Yeah, if I to look up outdoor lights. Whatever. Sarah Elizabeth Lake Transfer. That's from Facebook. I wish I could look up outdoor lights or outdoor lamp Amazon while I'm still live, but can't do both at the same time. So I'll probably remember though. I'm sure. Probably come back to me eventually. It will. Yeah, I wish it was daylight because then I could just like read outside while I'm smoking. But smoke's done. Winterley, come on, come on, honey, come on, come on, honey, come on, Winterley, come on, come on, honey, good boy, come on, Winterley, man, good boy. Excuse me, Charlie, sit with me. You can be a Marisa Peer. Introduction. This works, but diets don't. Every diet asks you to change. It asks you to change your eating habits until you have lost some weight or reached your ideal weight. And then I am going to show you how to change things other than the amount you eat in ways that will work so you won't feel cast adrift as you do when diets fail. Throughout this book, we'll focus on the methods that really achieve a lasting effect on your body. You're going to change your attitude, your thinking, your whole mindset to reach your ideal weight and stay that way for good. You Can Be Thin is written in a very specific hypnotic style that is designed to help you reevaluate and readdress your entire relationship with food and your body. Just reading this book and interacting with the exercises within it will give you not only a crucial understanding of why you do what you do, it will also show you how to change forever in a way that is powerful and liberating. The beauty of this book is that the repetition within it is absorb the instructions and become fully receptive to change. This book is an amazing program because it is not just about how you eat and your attitude to food, it is about your whole outlook on life. That is why it's so worth your time to read it and do the exercises. You might just find it's the best investment you ever made. The hypnotic commands in this book don't require you to do what I say. It's not about rigidly following my advice or rules. Instead, hypnosis triggers you to review what I say, absorb the information, and then naturally implement changes that are amazingly effective. By the end of this book, you will have changed your attitude, changed your entire relationship with food for the better and forever, and you will enjoy the whole process. So get ready to make great changes to your body and sustain the change. The method behind You Can Be Thin is unique in that it covers everything that causes overeating, as well as providing the answers that offer a lifelong cure without having to diet. In addition to the hypnosis that will end the cravings for food that cause weight gain, the program steps include tests to take that identify exactly what type of eater you are, followed by an effective cure for each type, as well as corresponding case histories to relate to and learn from. It includes proven habit breakers and proven psychological techniques that get results that free you from overeating and being overweight, as well as accurate advice about what to eat. Reading this book will take you on the journey this book will take you on will subtly and irrev- um, irrevocably change your beliefs, your thoughts, and your actions relating to food. You will learn in detail exactly how to visualize for weight loss success and discover that even scientists agree that visualization can powerfully increase weight loss and its maintenance. You will also learn how to keep the weight off forever, something very few diet books address correctly. Maintenance diets work, they're still diets, but in this program, you will learn ways to naturally speed your metabolism and techniques that will keep you slim for life, no matter what situation you are in. By the end of this book, when you come to a day in the life of the new thin you will have achieved so much and will be able to enjoy the success of your new body as well as new found normal relationship with food that I and so many of my clients enjoy on a daily basis. You will be rewired to be a normal weight for life, just as you were born to be. You also have a CD which will help you keep up all the changes you're going to make. Why I do what I do, and I love what I do. In my practice of over 20 years, I have worked with thousands of clients fighting to control their weight, and I have seen great and lasting success. This book offers you the same therapy and the same results from the privacy and comfort of your sofa. For years, my clients have asked me to write out my program because for the first time, it is a way to change their body that really makes sense to them and it works. This book contains that effective and easy to follow approach. My clients swear by my methods to such an extent that I have never ever had to advertise. They all come along by personal recommendation. Wow, see? When people visibly lose weight, everyone wants to know how they did it. It was my success in helping people achieve such dramatic weight loss that led me to the therapist on Celebrity Fit Club in England and then in America. My methods were quoted as the only ones that worked on Channel 4's Super Size or Super Skinny. I was already known as an expert in the field of weight loss and worked with many high profile clients, from actors to singers to royalty to rock stars, and I still do. Unlike many experts, I can fully emphasize with my clients as I spent over 20 years dieting and being obsessed with trying to be thinner, but never quite making it. The technique of this book moved me from someone with weight problem and a very unhealthy obsession to someone who never gains weight. I eat more food and better food than I ever used to eat but I weigh the least I have ever weighed and have effortlessly stayed at this weight for over 10 years without dieting or even thinking about it. I also no longer have frequent headaches, sinus problems, or lethargy like I was for years. I wish I had known then what I know now. I wasted years obsessing about my weight, turning down invitations to dinner parties because I was scared of food and had almost no control over my consumption of it, and to be indifferent to food or how to have a healthy and enjoyable relationship with it. But I do now, I do now, and you will too as you move through this book. I want you to have the same results, the same freedom, and the same healthy environment, and I know that you can. Overeating is often an emotional issue, and dieting can't fix that, but a form of therapy can. But therapy, it's the new and effective way forward if you control. Following the process in this book, you change from the inside as well as changing the outside. Unlike diets, which we abandon when we cannot do them properly or continuously, you are not anything continuously or fantastically. You don't even have to do all of it all the time. As long as you do most of it most of the time, you will succeed. The great thing about making mental changes is that it's free, painless, and easy. The adjustments and changes I will ask you to make are often small and simple, but the benefits can be huge and life changing. When you are making physical changes, there is no doubt the harder you work, the better the results. With mental changes, the opposite applies. It does not require huge effort or constant and ongoing work. It just requires that you do it and persist in spending a few moments every day reinforcing it in your mind. You have a few moments every day, don't you? Many of the mental changes I will introduce can be reinforced when you are lying in the bath, traveling to work, and when you are cleaning your teeth. Since you spend all day thinking and communicating with yourself, you are going to continue doing that, only so much more productively. This may be a hypnosis book, but it isn't going to send you to sleep. It's going to wake you up. Step 1, attitude adjustment to get results. What drives us to overeat our feelings? I need it. I must have it. This will make me feel better. Diets don't stop the feelings. They can only ever briefly suppress them. Since the feelings will always win, one of the rules of the mind is that feelings will always overcome logic, as they are so much more powerful. It stands to reason we have to change the feelings rather than the diet. This is exactly what you're going to learn to do. By changing the feelings around food and the associations certain foods have, those foods will cease to be of interest to you. The opposite of love in this case is not hate, it is indifference. You can become indifferent and uninterested by the very foods that used to run you. You can have a normal relationship with food and a normal body weight for good. You won't have to resist the urge as the urge will no longer be there. You won't have to fight cravings as they'll be gone. It is so empowering to not even want to think about food all the time. I spent my teens and 20s obsessed with food and preoccupied with trying to be slim but never quite succeeding. Then, when I began to study hypnotherapy while living in Los Angeles, I discovered there is another way, an easier way. Through the groundbreaking discoveries I made over more than 20 years of working with overweight clients, first in gyms as a personal trainer and nutritionist, and later as a therapist on television, the radio, and in my own clinic. I devised a better way to show people that they don't have to be overweight and they don't have to be miserable by taking up one diet then another with no end in sight. You will find my method very different. you will also find that they work. It is an unfortunate truth that to be overweight, you not only have to have the lifestyle that supports it, but also a belief system and conventions about your weight which are keeping you the wrong shape and size. These need to be broken. We are all programmed to act and react in certain ways. Human behavior is not random, it is quite predictable. You are simply going to reprogram your attitude to food so that it is the one you were born with, not the one you have acquired through bad habits and even ignorance in some cases. You were born able to eat food. Shirley, sit with me. Sit with me. You were born able to leave food, able to say no to it, able to stop as soon as you were full. Regaining that ability is exciting and liberating. Sit me, honey. Sit me. Sit me, honey. Sit me. Hmm? To mommy? When you were a baby, if they are tired, unwell, or irritable, they won't eat. Small children almost never finish food. If you go to any infant school or at lunchtime or toddler tea party, you will notice how much food is left uneaten and has to be thrown away. At every small child's party, each plate will have on it half-eaten sandwich, some crisp out. Even when you have small child's cream or chocolate, when they had had enough, they will hand the remains back to you. You did this once. You may not remember, but you did. You came in this world with normal eating habits, free from addiction, sugar, fast food, junk foods, sweets, and crisps, and free from overeating. By being made to finish everything, oh, I remember that. By being rewarded and consoled with food, yeah, and by eating the wrong foods, you have established a negative pattern. You have become conditioned to link food to comfort, love, and to feeling good. Yeah, and you might link guilt to leaving food, but you can undo quite easily. Your mind remembers how to eat normally, and you can reactivate and recreate that through this program. Since you were born with a healthy and selective attitude to food, you don't have to learn anything new. You just need to relearn habits that already exist within you. And once you have reactivated them, you can keep them forever. When you question a belief, you start to doubt it and no longer hold it to be true. When working with overweight patients, I look at their beliefs. The same beliefs come up over and over again. Everyone in my family is overweight. I have tried, but I just can't lose weight. Diets don't work for me. I have big bones. I have a big skeleton. My metabolism doesn't work properly. I have been on every diet there is and they never work. Very rarely are these beliefs true, but if you continue to talk about yourself like this, then you are continuing to be part of the problem instead of being part of the solution. Even if they were true, you can change a belief, which in turn can change your body, because our beliefs affect the physiological processes in our bodies. Every thought thing creates a physical change in our bodies. Thoughts can affect blood flow, blood pressure, weight, and your thoughts can affect weight. Channeled properly, motivational thought processes can be more powerful than pharmaceutical drugs. I'm going to show you how to change the images, words, and beliefs you run in your head on a daily basis, and how this in turn is going to change your body and your entire relationship with food. We are what we eat. We are also what we think and believe. Telling yourself you have been on millions of diets and nothing ever works for you is not true. No one has been on millions of diets. You have not been on this one before because it is not a diet, and it absolutely will work for you permanently. It's not your fault. All diets are flawed and none can be sustained long term. So if you have failed on any diet, join the club. It is not your fault. 98% of all diets fail, which means only 2%, a staggering low number of people, can maintain the weight loss by going on a diet. If diets did work, new ones would not be constantly crop up to replace the old ones that promised everything and did not deliver or were just too restrictive, rigid, and difficult to stick with. Keeping the excess weight off can be as hard and for some people even harder than actually losing the weight. While most dieters lose weight only to gain it all back again, many also gain additional weight too because they resume their old habits. They veer from the low fat diet to the no fat diet, the low carb, no carb. The Cambridge eating plan is superseded by the Australian one, then the French, then the Japanese. Confusing, isn't it? When I became a fitness instructor in 1982, gyms and exercise classes were a new phenomenon. Today, there are more gyms, classes, and exercise DVDs than ever before. There is more diets, and yet there are more overweight people than ever before. So something isn't working, and that something is dieting. We change our eating habits for only as long as it takes to lose weight, and frequently give up before we have reached our target. But you can stay at your ideal weight for life, and if you welcome the changes and feel pleased about your new mindset, by changing from the inside and changing your relationship to food, you are much more likely to succeed. Triggering change. The first stage in changing our attitude to food is awareness that nothing in life ever influences humans more than what they link to pain and pleasure, and then using this information to our benefit. Moving towards pleasure and away from pain is a survival instinct. This means that every single time you experience pleasure, your subconscious searches very fast to find the cause of it. Your brain then stores the cause of that pleasure and reminds you of it next time it becomes aware you need to feel pleasure. When you experience pain, any pain, physical or emotional, your brain searches even harder for the cause of the pain. It locks onto it and remembers that cause, even if you don't, and then does everything it can to stop you moving towards that pain again. Your brain is programmed to constantly move you towards pleasure and away from pain, and it will always do more to avoid pain than it will to find pleasure, because avoiding pain is how we survive. Just think of how nature works with our instincts by making old food lose its appeal when it goes moldy because it looks so horrible with fluff and mold growing on it, that we link pain rather than pleasure to eating it. That's true. If you ever had food poisoning from eating bad food, in the moment when you are kneeling over the toilet vomiting, you will link absolute pain to the food that caused it. You will say things to yourself like, never again, I will never eat shellfish again. You may even voice this to other people. By this point, your brain has clearly linked huge pain to shellfish. And guess what? Next time you even so much smell some of it, you turn your stomach. Some people can never look at it, smell it, touch, or be around a food that made them ill. When I was small, if I had a cold, my grandmother made me a hot toddy with whiskey and encouraged me to drink it down. It was the most disgusting thing. I absolutely loathed the taste of it. And to this day, I cannot bear the taste of whiskey. I don't think I had that, but I don't like the taste of whiskey. I would never drink it. If I pour one out for someone else and get any of it on my finger, wash off immediately, as I also hate the smell. When you were eating as a small child, you were already setting up pain and pleasure cues in regards to food, and these will still be influenced you as an adult. You will have been rewarded with certain food as a treat and made to eat some food you hated even though you did not consciously choose to link pain and pleasure to them. I want you to think of a food you simply could not eat and think about why you can't eat it. As you think about why, you will find that in your mind you link pain to eating that food. Since you can already do this, you are going to learn to do this with any food you prefer to be free of. Geez, I need to drink my mouth's going dry, Char. I'm just going to read this last paragraph and I need to get a drink. You cannot succeed on any diet loving and hating the same food. That's the problem, right? Wanting it, denying it, and then craving it. Think of the foods you love and the foods you hate. You can even write them out in your notebook. You can learn to link pain to the wrong foods, the ones that have cost you so much in terms of weight gain or lack of confidence, while linking pleasure to enjoying healthy, nutritious food. If you link pain and pleasure to the same food, maybe hot dogs, them. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna get something to drink, smoke. So, what time is it? Oh shit. It's almost 3:20 in the morning. Need something to drink. My mouth's so dry. Turtley, can you get up, honey? Please. Love you.